Welcome to another edition of AskDvS, episode 10, 11. I don't know, one of those numbers. Sorry for delay. Things have been kind of busy. Had a lot of things to do, personal things. I apologize once again. Thank you guys for sticking with me and sending your questions. Definitely trying to make these things a lot bigger. Hopefully, I can work some things out where I can update more frequently and have more things going on, fan interaction, or whatever the case may be. But we'll see how it goes from here on. But definitely keep sending your questions. I will answer them, and yeah, it does sometimes take some time, but I won't be ignoring them. I'll let you know. Gonna jump right into it today. First question is our universe real, or could we be living in the Matrix? um, I'm gonna go and say that this universe is real just out of personal preference. I don't really appreciate people or machines or whatever the case may be trying to control my actions or being under or living under false pretenses. I try to avoid that kind of stuff as much as possible. But I'm gonna say that this is not a false world as far as anything existential like afterlives and all that. That's something for a completely different conversation. I don't really feel like getting into that right now unless that's a question, but we'll see. um who are the most conscious MCs out right now? I have no idea. To be completely honest, I have not really been paying attention. um on a conscious level, really just been listening to whatever sparks my interest, but a lot of Brother Ali stuff. He does a lot of diverse stuff, but he definitely speaks on some really deep subjects and topics. Same with Hobson. He's a little bit on the I wouldn't say crazy, but I guess his a lot of people do the horror stuff, and he does a lot of that. But he definitely has a lot of deep conscious stuff, real life stuff, relationship wise, friends dealing with drugs, that kind of stuff. Can't really name anything else right now off the top of my head. Chino XL. He had last album he made. I think it was last year. I picked that up. That's definitely a good cop. Um, yeah, I haven't really been paying too much attention to the game lately. Been focusing on me and getting my shit together. Um, what are one of your bad habits and what are one of your good habits? I spit everywhere, and I try to stop, but it just not really working all that well. That's a bad habit of mine. And I really just I don't know what to tell you. I just spit. Like I got into an altercation with Go Police over that kind of nonsense, and that was interesting. Um, good habits. Hmm, I I don't know. All my bad habits come in handy, but as far as good habits go, well, most of my bad habits come in handy anyways. But as far as good habits go, I don't know. I'm a pretty flirtatious dude by nature, so I guess I'll say that. I make women feel good. Yeah, you heard it from me. I ain't trying to front. Um, see what else we got. Can love really survive in eternity? I wow. That's a lot of fantasy and um honestly, I would say that's a unrealistic approach to it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but realistically speaking, I think the chances are what 99 to 1 that it won't. But it's a possibility, but have to the circumstances for it are very unique, and you can't really you don't really find it all that often in this day and age. The conditions for it are very rare, especially with the way people are leading their lives and the way society views things. Like, it just doesn't really work. Um, does it take a village to raise a child? Yes. You can teach your kid everything that you want, but at the same time, they need to go out and experience things for themselves. Like, there's never been a child that will ever verbatim listen to what their parents tell them. At one point in time, they're going to go outside and do something stupid, and if they're not scolded for it, or they don't injure themselves, or something bad doesn't happen, and someone says, hey, this is what happened, this is what you did wrong, or whatever the case may be, then that child's gonna grow up pretty messed up. It's like a lot of spoiled children and sheltered children. Like, they lead very messed up lives because they just don't know what to do with themselves once they come outside in public. So it takes a village to raise a child, simply for the fact that you need the experience of other people. So it's not saying, okay, you're going to send your kids outside and get them raised in daycare. Like, you have to raise your children at home first and foremost, but they need their own personal experience in order to get through life. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to function or know what to do with themselves once they're adults and outside in the world again for themselves. uh which is worse, failing or never trying? I'm gonna say never trying. I personally have a habit of setting myself up for failure by not trying to do things, and that's something I'll definitely try to change for myself. But you if you fail at something, you are in the position where you can say, okay, well, this is what I did wrong and this is how I can improve. Or you can say, okay, well, you know at this point in time, that's not a goal that's attainable to me or whatever. But if you never try at all, then you never know. And next thing you know, like, when the opportunity is there and you can gain from it and you don't do it, and then something else comes up where you find out, oh, I can do this, but now whatever it is that you wanted from it, you can't get it. It kind of makes you feel like the fool. So if you want to do something, try it. Unless it's murder, don't try that, because that's not nice. Unless you're me, then you can murder everyone you want. But never trying is not it's not a healthy mindset to be in. Definitely, if you want something, go at it. Definitely, if anything, just go for the experience. Experience racks up, and it means a lot, even if it's not something you're entirely interested in the first place. But if you do it, then you can take that back and bring it to something else. But definitely, if you see something, try it. Alright, that's it for this episode. I check you guys again, alright? Don't forget to follow, tell your friends, subscribe, and keep sending in your questions, alright? Peace.